Hey guys, and welcome to this video. Today we're going to try and catch some scammers of Nookazon. I want to put a little disclaimer here. This video is not to bully these scammers, it's just about showing the community how scammers work and how they basically make a trap for you to fall in. I blurred out most of the names of the discords, so I want to ask you guys to not reach out to these scammers on Nookazon and just leave them alone. They will get exposed in this video already and they don't need the extra attention. Starting off with our first scammer. From this scammer I was trying to buy Dom and they had some horrible reviews. I actually contacted them on Discord. If you want to see the conversation, pause the video to read it. And it was time for us to fly in, and as you can see right off the bat we knew this was a scammer just because Dom is literally walking outside. And if you don't know, it has the villager you're buying has to be in his home with boxes around him. So this was obviously a scam, and to double check I was just checking their map to see if anything else was off. And it looked pretty normal, but I knew this was a scammer and they didn't have the Dawn in the plot, so I was just going around and see what they had around their islands and, you know, annoy them a bit because they are scammers and they've probably stole so many bells and Nookmail tickets from people that they don't I don't know why not to troll them a little bit. So I was just going around and seeing what there was on the island and, you know, just and then that happened. So after we got kicked off of the island, I messaged them again on Discord and they were actually claiming they were just showing us Dom the villager, not to sell it or not to say he is in boxes or to scam us, but it was just to show us Dom. It is just an awful excuse to use and please don't trade with them. Going to our next possible scammer, we were buying Raymond because we love Raymond and he's adorable and most people scam with Raymond, so yeah. They had some amazing reviews, as all scammers do, so it was time for us to message them again on Discord. If you want to read the whole conversation, please again pause. Then it was time for us to fly in, and I was already looking if we could see maybe Raymond walking around, but this time it wasn't the case. So I was thinking, okay, it might be legit, but I don't think so because of all the bad reviews. And they actually had Raymond on their island. I always check before I get there. And they wanted me to drop the tickets right here, and they were like pushing on me dropping tickets. And I brought the tickets, I'm not a scammer, but I wanted to see his house first. But I needed to drop them. Because as a scammer, you first want your trader to drop your items, so for example you can disconnect or crash your game and then you have their tickets. So I think they were kind of speechless because I kept asking, may I see him first? And I was already looking on the map where to go. So if we could run to him, we could just go and run. And it took them quite a bit to answer, and I think they were just a bit shocked by us. And then he said, here you can. I was like, wait, we're going to the dock? What can I do here? And I was thinking, okay, maybe I can see his house from here, but we can't. So it was just like stalling a bit of time, and I didn't really know what was going on, and I really didn't know what to do at this point. So then he said again the Nookmail tickets. So he wanted me to drop the Nookmail tickets like over here, but you can't drop them on the dock. So then I finally see Raymond and he said 1 second to wait, and I was like, okay, well, I can wait 1 second. And he was just like standing like on the left top, as you could see, for a bit. And then when he was gone, I was like, okay, let's go and check it out. We're not gonna wait. I mean, we know he's a scammer, so why wait for the scammer, right? So we ran and we actually missed him and he lost us for a bit, and I think he saw my little hat. So he followed me right after. And go in that way, so I was trying this way, and there he was already, so he found us. Come, don't go in. Okay, so I couldn't go in, but I could see his house. And as you can see, Raymond is actually sick, so you can't go into his house. If this happens, I believe you have to send like a letter with medicine attached to it. But I said, of course, I don't go in, and at this point I already knew this was a scam. we were being scammed. And yeah, I didn't know really what to do. I was like, are we going to troll him? Are we not? But he was still pushing on dropping those Nook Mile tickets. And I just love creating the awkward conversations. So at points I didn't say anything and just stood still. And then I went with the high word, why are you scamming? And then they were like, wait, what? What am I doing? And I'm like, yeah, you're scamming. Of course, the scammer doesn't admit he is scamming, because if he says, yeah, I'm scamming, we would leave and never get the villager. But if they keep going that they're not scamming, they could actually still sell the villager. If people, for example, didn't know you couldn't go inside because he's sick or etc. So I confronted him saying he is not in boxes. And then he was like, if you don't want it, you can just leave. And I'm like, well, there isn't really a villager to buy. While I made this video, I didn't have an open plot. It was really just to find the scammers. So even if I saw a villager in boxes in this video, I didn't take them because I couldn't. Raymond wasn't in boxes, and I was like, wait, you just checked at his house, you know, when we had to wait for 1 second, and you can't go in. He was like, okay, you can leave now. And I was like, no, we're not leaving yet. And we came into a bit of a heated discussion, I think. I was like, go inside then. And he finally agreed. He doesn't agree with me like fast, but he did. And of course he couldn't go in because you have to sell medicine. Send. You have to send some medicine so you can get better. So I was like, oh, you can, surprise. And I don't know why he was like opening his inventory the whole time, or typing, I don't know which one it was. So I was just a bit confused on what to do now, but like I said, we'd have a bit of awkward conversation and moving around. Then he said lol, and I'm like, well, this is not really lol. Then he dropped the star fragment, and of course I tried to grab it first. I don't know if that was intentional, but I was like, I'll just grab it, you know. If he kicks me off, we lose the star fragments, and if he kicks me off while saving, we have some star fragments stolen from a scammer as a little payback. He didn't ask for them back, but I was like, you can leave. Maybe it was like a little gift to show us that he wasn't that bad, but... And I thought, okay, you know what, we're going to run around the island now, see what we else can get or see. But he wasn't really liking that, so he kicked us off very fast. Again, a very sad scammer with some very sad excuses. Please don't trade with this person either. Then it was time for our next scammer. We were this time again buying Raymond because you can just find some amazing reviews at people their accounts in Raymond listings. So of course we messaged them and wanted to come over right away. They seemed like too friendly with the emojis and stuff, like a bit too much. So I 100% thought this would be a scammer, and of course I was looking when flying in if we could see walking Raymond. And I didn't think it was the case, but then there he was! It is Raymond! So yeah, this is obviously another scammer, and caught right away when flying in. If you are scamming, and I shouldn't give tips on scamming, never mind, but like, don't let your villagers walk outside when someone flies in. That's not smart to do. So I already knew I was getting scammed, but I still came to the island and wanted to see what was going on. And we actually had quite a bit of a stare down, as you can see. We were just standing with each other, looking at each other's eyes. I don't know why, but it was funny. And then I was like, okay, so what now? Because I think I waited for like 2 minutes. We were just standing 2 minutes still, watching each other. And finally we got some responses and chatting going on and starting. So they said tickets, and I was like, oh, of course you want me to pay my tickets first. I again brought my Nook Mile tickets because I don't know why I even bring them. I could just leave them at home, but it's okay. Maybe if they want to like see me drop a few, I can show I have some tickets on me. So I love how like Raymond is just standing in the back while he's being auctioned off for like 300 Nook Mile tickets. And I don't know, it wasn't really a chat we had, and I did want to know how do I get Raymond, because Raymond is walking right there, not in boxes. And they also had Judy, so I think this is a scammer who can just list a few of their villagers and let people come in. I was quite done waiting, and I thought, okay, I'm just going to run to Raymond's house and see what's up there. And they were just like laying Nook Mile tickets and bells. I was shocked for a moment, and I thought maybe they scammed someone before me, right before me, and they dropped their bells and Nook Mile tickets right here, and she didn't clean them up yet. So they kicked someone off and already invited me over. So now was the point where I had to decide what am I going to do. We already got star fragments stolen from a scammer. We scammed one scammer already. So I asked how do I get Raymond once more, and then just waited again. At their house too, because he is exploring the island, he won't be there. And then they said, I give to you in services. I have no clue what that is, or which services, or how they were planning on doing that, but there is no way. After you pay. Okay, I have to pay first, like the person did before me. That's just laying here. And then I just decided, I'm going to say one more thing. I want that typing. I'm going to try and steal back the Nook Mile tickets, because they are probably from someone who just wanted to pay for Raymond. So I asked how and what are services, and then I hoped they were starting to type. They did, and I was like, okay, well, now let's go grab those tickets. And she saw me do them already, so she already saw I was grabbing and was ready to kick my butt off the island. But she did it not in the right way, because the way she did it, the game saves. So that means we stole 50 Nook Mile tickets from the scammer. I messaged them again on Nookazon asking why they were scamming people, and of course they didn't respond. Please don't trade with this user. So it is time for our last scammer of this video. And this was their account, and as you can see they were selling like over 20 villagers or something, and you can only have 10 on your island. I was going to buy Audie for 800 Nook Mile tickets. So of course when I arrived on the island I was planning on looking at my map right away to see if she actually had Audie, because most scammers don't have the villagers, and this one, seeing having over more than 20 listings, just feels like a scam already. So we were just going to casually check our phones, say hi in the meantime, you know. And as you can see, they do not have Audie on their islands. And they do have a really cute flag. So it was time for me to be awkward again and roam around the island and see what we could do. Also keeping in mind that I have scammed 2 scammers already, and I'm kind of curious what we should take from this person. She was also like, I'm going to make some pictures too, let's have fun, you know. I'm not going to scam you. So it was cute. I think she actually made some pictures. That was really cute. You know, this is a cute scammer. Now, jokes aside, it was quite a long wait and I didn't know what we were planning on doing. And then I was just like, can I see her? Because I'm buying Audie, and before buying someone, always check if they are on the island and on boxes. And in the meantime, I grabbed a flower because we have to steal something from a scammer. We have to scam a scammer. And she said, okay, in a second you can see her. I was like, okay, sure. She's not on your island. How are you going to bring her on your island in like 1 second? That's really... Well, I wish I could do that, let's say that. So then I asked, can I draw on your board? Because I've been making so many board drawings. I love leaving something behind on other people, their boards, you know? So I didn't really wait for an answer and just ran over there. And then we started our lovely message. Because we're on YouTube, hi! And then again, I took some time to watch at the map to see if they really didn't have Audie and I didn't miss Luke. So then I started just running around, seeing what they were having on their islands. Because we didn't really have a conversation, I didn't know where to take it further. So I just went like running around, seeing what they were having on their beaches. They had a bunch of clothes, and they told me that in the Nookazon chat already that they were having lots of clothes around the island. And you know, we take a froggy thing. And then she found us like really soon. So I didn't take more, I just took like 2 things, I think. And these are all cataloged, I hope, for her. So she won't miss them. And we are scamming scammers, guys. They have been scamming so many people. We can take like a t-shirt. Then I found this board and I was like, okay, well, you know, this is a very suspicious island, for sure. And I just ran around some more and then she kicked me off the island. Very smart thing to do, I would have done the same, but it was fun roaming around. She actually crashed the island, but we still got 1 flower because it auto-saved. And then I had this conversation with her, and she actually said she was really sorry for scamming and that she was only 9 years old. A 9-year-old scamming people on Nookazon. And then she admitted she just didn't know how to work Nookazon or how to give out villagers. So I had a chat with her and I explained how to trade villagers the right way. And she was very grateful I did, and she said sorry a billion times. So even though she was trying to scam me, I don't think they really know what they were doing. She is really lovely in the end. So before we end this video, something really funny happened. You remember all this scammer we just had in the video? I found another listing of them on Nookazon, so I messaged them again to maybe buy another villager. And we had the funniest conversation, and the scammer actually got scammed yesterday. So he said he learned his lesson and he was really sorry and he wanted me to give a villager, but I was like, no, I don't need your villagers, can you just stop scamming please? And then we had a conversation and it didn't feel like he really meant it or something. I don't know, it's just a feeling I have. And then at the end he ended it with this. So that brings us to the end of the video. I want to thank you first of all so much for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I do and won't get scammed in the future. All the items that I have taken from the scammers, that we have scammed from the scammers, I will be giving away to you guys. Because I think this should go back to the community and not stay in my pockets. If you want to join the giveaway, please subscribe to my channel and give a response and directions. Please subscribe, like the video, and I'd love to see you in my next one. Thank you so much.